Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of the Mum's Makery Spring Fair. A fair so springy we couldn't fit it all in part 1. Can you tell I've had a lot of coffee in the last hour? Coffee. So in part 1 we made our lovely clouds. This is my, I went for a more stormier cloud than the nice pretty spring cloud. So, but you know, you just add a little bit more of the darker colours. And to be honest, if you added a head to it and added some slightly smaller bubbles, you could make a sheep. It's just the randomness that happens in my brain when I look at things. So, welcome back to part 2. And in part 2, we will be playing some actual live games. I know there are a few people who are joining us for the very first time at a live event. So what we do in part 2 is we play Flingo, which is Fluff Bingo. And for that, you will need your Flingo card that is inside the event kit. So this is a game that is specifically for those who have purchased an event kit. And you do have to play live to win. The rules of Flingo, because we're just going to jump straight in with the Flingo. I love Flingo. So we're going to jump straight in with the Flingo game. Now, the rules of Flingo is you should have a card that have 10 of our fibre colours written on it. And what you're going to do is, as I call them out, you're going to cross them off. Now, we are coming to you live across Facebook and YouTube, so there is obviously the chance of somebody winning from either camp. In that instance, Pete is sat in the next room on the computer with a little, you know, if you wave, they can't see you. He's like, hi. I don't know, maybe you need more coffee, love. So he has a program on his computer which combines the chats. And if you win Flingo, you type in Flingo in big capital letters into your chat. And whoever comes out first on Pete's screen will be the winner, because obviously your chat will show up quicker on your computer than it will on ours, and you know, it's all that good, but it's all good fun. But to save any confusions, Pete will be telling me who has called out Flingo as the winner. Now you must cross off all 10, and then what we will need you to do is send an email or a picture with your Flingo ticket to makerypixies@gmail.com, and then we can confirm that you have actually won. You have a question?
Why really Keeling is called out Flingo?
Thank you. There's always one. There's been proper pixie wars in Pixie chat during the intermission. Is they're all trying to negotiate for each other's sweets. If you don't know, we did launch some. I did launch the Boss Bonus giveaway game in our Facebook group. So if you are not in our Facebook group, and let me just do this 1 second, then do head over to our Facebook group. Apologies, I am not going to now be able to put up the links in the chat. I spent so long making sure that Pete was logged in that I actually haven't logged in. Oh, it's somebody's birthday today. Whose birthday is that?
Jane Clare.
Congratulations. Happy birthday, Jane. I just, as my screen popped up with the chats on it, I just saw you come up and say it was your birthday. So many happy returns. I got so distracted now. I have actually no clue what I was talking about. Facebook group, yes. Do, if you're not already a member, go along to our Facebook group, answer the questions, that gets you in a bit quicker, and then join in. There are 3 current games running in our Facebook group, and we will do the draw. They will close, everything will close tomorrow night, and we'll do the draws, and then it will be posted in our Facebook group, the winners, next week, and you get yourself a fluffy prize. Talking of fluffy prizes, what you get if you win Flingo is you will get the first 10 grams of the first 5 colours that are on your Flingo card. So, let me... God, so many buttons. Oh, there we go. Right. Eyes down looking. So, hopefully, again, if this has all gone well, then as I call them out, Pete will be typing them in and they will appear on the screen here. So, oh, malfunction. Ooh, what happened to that? We have no overhead camera, apparently.
Yeah.
Bear with me. Let me just turn that off for a minute. That'll teach me for not checking the... I was like, oh, it was fine in the last show. It'd be fine in this one. It's really not. Okay, so I will have to intermittently play around with this because this might be a little bit... yeah. I don't know. Let's see. So our first colour is flesh tone. Let me... Oh, I think I might know what the problem is. Bear with me. Nope. Well, damn it. No overhead camera. That's going to make the game interesting. Okay, so flesh tone is our first. We're going to get through the game. Cornflower blue. I love that colour. The next one is natural cotton. And I've got to do all of this now with the camera facing at me, which I can't have sneaky drinks. Natural linen. It's a fast-paced game, this. Sugar plum. My goal is to do this faster than Pete can type. Buttercream. And then we've got sand. Next up, chocolate. Hang on. Nope. There we go. I can still do it on the front camera. Warm brown. Off-white. Harvest gold. Damson. Deep green. Chinchilla. Evergreen. Hot pink. Persian green. Honeycomb. Dusky pink. It's also quiet in chat when we play this. Lilac.
Music's still coming through your speaker and everyone can hear it.
My bad. Wow, I didn't even hear that. I'm sorry.
Last one was dusky pink.
Dusky pink was the last one, yeah. Yeah. magenta, bright peach, hang on, no, lilac was in there. Have you typed in lilac yet? Sorry about this. Yeah, it is there. Okay. Spring green. It's very aptly named. Bright green. This is usually so much better on the overhead camera. Arctic grey. Autumn gold. Royal purple. Mustard. Storm. Marigold. Violet. Bright red. Daffodil. Burnt orange. Ash brown. Emerald. White. Ooh, starting to get low on the colours now. Light purple. Mouse. Mouse. Lichen. So few left. Bright yellow. Fuchsia. Black. Leaf green. Pink.
I have a Flingo.
Oh, we have a Flingo. Is that Nia? Oh, we have two. Nia and Fabiola. Right, okay. Hold the game. Yeah, two.
Three have come through. Those are the first two.
Okay, so the first one who came through was on Facebook, and that was Nia. And the second one who came through was Fabiola over on YouTube. So if you can email in a picture of your tickets, and then we can confirm your prizes. And what you will win is the first 5 colours on your Flingo card. So let me pop these back in here, and then I am going to pop this over here so that Pete can swap them over for the raffle tickets. So we will do the raffle right at the very end. Excuse me. So let me sorry. So what we'll do, we'll run through a couple of things, and then what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and work out what the problem is with the overhead camera. It's potentially one of two problems. It's either that cable or the electric's gone off. So, but what I will do is just go through some stuff with you guys before we get into the second make. And the second make, or the make for this particular part of the show, is kit number 2, which are the kites. So, as promised, which I don't have an overhead camera, so I'm so sorry. This is the small daisy, which is the Dainty Daisy template set. And we also do a buttercup, which is about the same size. There's also a petite poppy, not to be confused with the lapel poppy. And all of these sort of flowers are around the same kind of size. So they sort of match up quite nicely and make nice little sort of flowers for things. Okay, so a couple of things. The new products, and we're going to run through the products momentarily. The new products will go live at the end of this show. Give me about 5 minutes to push all the buttons, crank the handles, and get the website, which has been a bane of my life recently. But a couple of things to note. I will not be here between the 15th and the 24th of March. The post will go out as normal, but if there's any issues or anything that need to be dealt with, I won't be dealing with that until I get back on and start work again on the 25th. So there's that. I have a date for you, which is the 30th of March at 5 p.m. That's our next appearance on the Create and Craft show. And if you haven't already, then head to our Facebook group, because the Boss Bonus giveaway is now live. And then you've also got Pixie Sarah's giveaway and also the Makery crew. So there are 3 giveaways going on in our Facebook group, all relating to the Spring Fair. And those will run until tomorrow evening. Okay. What else? Products go live at the end of the show. Check. Yes.
Cloud PDF.
Oh, the Cloud PDF is now live on the website. So it's freely available. And if you go to the website and then click on, I think it's more info, possibly. It's basically, it says free PDFs. And downloads, and you can find a lot of other stuff, not just the cloud. There was the party pickle from our birthday bash, and there's a whole bunch of free downloads and free tutorials there that you can just download and make. A lot of them are really good fun. So let's have a quick run through of the new products. So the first one is the chick, and that was a template that was in our, sorry, I was fiddling with the light, fiddling with the camera. That was a template that was available from our Spring Fair from last year, I think it was. So that's now available as its own little template. The next one up on our list is the Scottish Primrose. This was from a Fluff Club box, an exclusive last year that we did, the Highlands. It's an absolutely adorable little project, and we are giving away a free kit that will make what you see on the screen there. So 3 flowers, a few leaves, there's florist tape in there, the wires, everything that you need to make what you see on the screen. The next one up are the Spring Birds. Now this is brand new for this year, and it's the same shape as the gift. It's the same shape of the template that we're about to use in kit number 2. Can you tell me if that says on or off, please? And there are 3 different sizes.
Off.
So, okay, thank you. So what we did was we scaled them up and down. There's a few different sizes, and there's also the members free gift, which is there. The members free gift is a mini version of that bird. So we just springbirded everything. And then finally, oh no, not finally, we have the Highland Coup, which there's a couple of different ways that you can make this. One of the tutorials features using actual knitting yarn, and the other one is the one that I'm looking desperately for behind me, and I've lost. Oh, there it is. There it is. Is our little Highland Coup, and he's just so adorable. And you can make him as maybe as a little Highland Coup brooch. Okay, and then finally we do have obviously our launch for 2024. It is the Fuchsia project, and the tutorial for this, as I mentioned in part 1, the tutorial for this will be coming next week. I always have issues with one project a year, and it seems that this one is the one for this year. I've got to re-record some elements of this, so give me a few days to obviously get the kits and stuff out, and then I will be working on fixing the tutorial for that. So hopefully by the end of next week, very start of the week after, this should all be live. You've got access to the tutorial page that it will be on, but the video tutorial isn't there yet. I think that's everything. Is that everything? Oh, let's just do our little club winner again. Our draw for last month, our members club winner was Jenny. So congratulations again, Jenny. Right. Yes.
Couple of questions.
Couple of questions.
Will the crocus template be there?
That's a really. Is it not? Apparently it's not. It should. Yes. I'm going to preemptively say yes. It's. I think we discontinued the kit, but the template. If you want the crocus template, because it's just a sort of a medium-sized template, shoot me an email, and I can do it as a single template for you. But just email me. That would be fine. And oh yeah, I did mention it in part 1, but we do have a card over here. It's practically new. I am putting it for sale, so if you are interested in it, please send me an email, and I would suggest obviously just UK only, because the shipping is quite a heavy thing. But it's a really nice carder if you are interested in a carder for yourself. I think it does 75 gram bats. Pixie B would be able to tell me, but yeah, if you want more information, just shoot me an email. Okay, was that it?
And the post will take 4 weeks to go out.
Yeah, I've already done that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just quickly show you this little guy again. So this is our Irish gnome. Now, to make the gnome, the PDF for making this gnome is freely downloadable from our club PDF library. So you need to be a member of Fluff Club. This is March free PDF download. He is holding a little 4-leaf clover, which is a template that we do. The template is available in the sale part of our shop, and we do have a little grab bag kit which does have all of the materials in here to make the gnome and the clover, but the template is not in here, so you will need the template if you've already got it, or you can grab it from the sale, or you can just grab the materials and there'll be some extra fluff in there as well. So this is only available to club members, so if you are a club member, you can go and get that PDF download at the end of the show, and you will find in your member shop there is an exclusive little grab bag kit as well. Okay, so let's jump straight in, and I'm going to do kit number 2. Are there more questions?
Someone asks if they spy a hyacinth.
A hyacinth? I don't think so.
No, okay.
We have a hydrangea, although it's not behind me. If they can tell you where on the set they see it, We have mini daffs, tulips, more tulips. We have lavenders, English lavenders. I'm going to push the overhead camera button again and just see if... Yay!
Between the tulips.
I fixed it. Yeah, go me. To be honest, when I was fixing it, I should have left it. It was hysterical because I'm trying to tell you about the projects and I'm hanging off. I'm gonna just pop you back. So these are English lavenders. Free tutorial on our YouTube channel. And I think this might actually be, if you go to the front page of our website and scroll all the way to the bottom, this might be the featured video. I can't remember, but it is on our YouTube channel, and I think it is called English Lavenders. No, it's not a video. Lovely Lavender is the video. This was a crafternoon. So my brain now has just gone, you're talking utter gibberish, woman. Back in 2020, I think it was, or 2021, one of the 20s, B and I did a crafternoon every month, and I believe lavenders, English lavenders was one of them. So, we're over here. So let's jump straight in and sort of make this make. In your kit, there are two of these shapes. Obviously, I designed them as kites, but if I just bring this one in, have a look at that. Just a really nice sort of shape, and you could layer it up by putting a round of smaller ones in the middle, you know, in the spaces, and then you've sort of got a more sort of two-dimensional, three-dimensional sort of shape. They are kites. It is what I made them to be, and I put two in because why not? I'm gonna go with the bigger one. I'm not gonna get hung up too much on, there we go, yay. On my weights and measures, because if you don't have a pocket scale, here's my pocket scale, and this is lovely because you can weigh out 0.5 of a gram, so half a gram, 0.3. It, especially when you're doing lots of sort of little petals and things, to be able to weigh out 0.5, it makes things very, very consistent. So you have a template which gives you your shape, you have a weight of wool which you put in said template, you fill it nice and evenly, and you can just rinse and repeat turning out petals, or in this case kites. So, but what I want to demonstrate more here is how to fill a template. I know we do have some new members to our website and to our fluffy family, and we do get people who pop along and find the live randomly. So needle felting templates is inherently what Mum's Makery is known for. I design all of these templates, we print all of these templates in-house, and the template is designed to work with needle felting. So what that means is that it's going to give you the best possible shape straight out of the template. Sometimes with some of the petals and leaves and things, there is additional refinement that's needed. Yes, you can use cookie cutters to a degree, nice basic shapes, circles and things like that. Cookie cutters work fine, although the comments that I normally get back from people who have used cookie cutters is they're not as nice to hold, because you obviously they're metal, or they can be metal, and they've got ridges and things on them. But for especially leaves and templates and things, leaves and flowers and things, they're all designed so that you get the best possible felt shape. Now, you can use fibres. You can also cut these around out of sheet felt, which is something that, you know, younger crafters may want to do. So lots of potential, not just for felting, but they are designed to give you the best felted shape. Because if you were to use a holly cookie cutter, you would and use felt, you would end up with a bit of a blobby shape, and you'd have to spend an awful lot of time then in refinement. So when you go to fill a template, if you haven't got a pocket scale and you haven't weighed it out, what I do, don't be tempted to just grab a load of fibres and stuff it all in. With some shapes, you could get away with doing that, but I want to teach you just really the very basics. So to fill a template, pop it down. I'm using a flat mat and a felt topper, and the flat mat is 100% wool. The felt toppers mean that you can change the colour of the topper. So if I'm using blue, I can have a blue topper. If I'm then using white, I put the white topper down. And what that means is that I don't get blue fibres in my nice white thing when I change colours to make a different thing. So when you've got your template on your surface, you're just going to break off bits. And I like to start sort of in a point, and I'm going to fold that back. So if you see, that's a nice rolled edge, and then the template rolls around this way. So by putting that rolled edge in that rolled edge and felting down right into that tip, what I've done is I've already given myself a really good start, because the fibres are going round that way. They're not all just stuck out, and then I've got to try and, you know, felt them back in. Everything else is frizzy, because we're not felting at the moment. What we're doing is just placing the fibres. Then I'm just going to grab another bit. And at this point, I'm going to start by moving my mat, not trying to move the thing in the template. Keep that where it is. You want to overlap your frizzy bit. I'm just going to take a moment and stack my fibres. I'm going to overlay, and I'm going to have some hanging outside. Run my needle down the inside, and you see how it pulled it all back in. Then just bring that over. Don't pull too hard. You don't want to pull it away from the edge. And then just very lightly dot about. I'm using a 36 spiral. If you're new to felting, I'm using a 38 spiral. If you're new to felting, then I suggest sticking with the 38s and the 40s. It's a fine needle. In fact, a 40 is considered a finishing needle, but it will help you not felt too fast, because you can felt too fast and then you just end up with a nice knotty mess. So I'm turning that again, pulling it off, stacking my fibres, and I'm sort of, the opacity of what I'm putting down is about the same, but I will show you how to sort of deal with thin spots in just a minute. So again, overlapping what's down previous, running it down to the end, or running it down the edge, and then just allowing that frizz to overlap. And I've got another corner here, so I'm actually just going to pull out a very small bit. Again, do that folding thing, rolled edge, so it comes up and goes this way, following the line of the template. Anything that you can do to reduce the amount that you've got to felt. And then just turn, and again I'm just going to put a rolled edge up into this top. Now with the flat mat, because it's such a dense surface, let me scroll this in a little bit. Oh, and I go out. Because this is such a dense surface, when your needle hits it, you'll feel and you stop. You don't drive into your surface. You want to try and keep everything, especially when you're laying it down, just on the surface. Because if you drive into your mat, then you're going to end up attaching this to your mat, which is great if you want to do something, you know, like a picture 2D, but I don't want to do that. So again, a little bit down that side, just keeping all of this overlap in check. Last sort of little pinch into that edge, take it up that way and take it down. So I've got what I would say is quite an even fill, which is what you want. And once you've got your template nicely filled, then I'm just going to start going over it very lightly. Again, still with my 38 spiral, and just felt it all over. I'm going to very quickly come in with some handles and multi-needles just to speed this up. But everything that I'm doing, you can do with a single needle. Or in fact, you know, get yourself 2 needles, hold them, and you can felt around that way as well. Once you start felting, and again, don't drive into your surface, just use the top 5 to 10 mil of your needle. Oops. Tiny, tiny little stabs. This is what I call a compression technique. Tiny, tiny little stabs, just round and round and round. And then once you've gone over it a few times and it's starting to firm up, that's when I would just give it a little bit of a wiggle and off it comes. And you can see it's, you know, it's a hot mess, but pop it back into the template and start going over it a little bit more. You can use multi-handles. This one's got 3 needles, although one of mine broke. There are pen tools and punch tools and all kinds of tools. I would say you don't really want to be using multi-handles in something that is intricate and fiddly. Just stick with your single needle or holding a couple of single needles. So what I'm going to briefly just show you is, there it is. You'll see that a lot of the templates have these random holes in the sides. Now they're called wiring holes. For example, I have no wire, but my lovely assistant Pete might nip into the workroom and grab me a 26 silver from the, thank you very much, a short one. Oh no, that's the cloud. We're not on that one. So wiring holes are specifically for doing armatures within the leaves. So for example, these have got wires in them, and what the wiring holes allow you to do is you lay down a thin amount of fibre, you pop a wire in through the hole, and you can loop it round. In fact, I just remembered that I do have some wires. Oh, we don't want 18 gauge though. That's a bit brutal. So I will use 26, I think this is. So here are my wires. Let's scroll you out a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. That's a bit thin. That's typical. Let's go with this one. Okay, so we'll pretend that this is a leaf. I mean, if you want to actually work this with the kite so that you can do something like this little guy here, this wire is on the outside, but you put down half your fibre, make yourself a little armature that fits inside. This is green on blue, so unfortunately we couldn't find any silver wires. And then you slide it in through that hole, slide it down, and can you see there? Now what I would do is get a bit more fibre over that loop. Loops are very good because loops mean that you can felt the wire in place and you don't have to use glue. And as many of you know, I tend to try and stay away from glue as much as is humanly possible. So I'm just felting inside that loop and outside of that loop and just placing myself down, almost sort of like some anchoring fibres. If you are, if you're making something that where it's got an underside and it's not going to be seen, then you can do most of your felting, put your wire on top, and then fill and then cover it. If you're doing something like a leaf in a plant pot or something which may or may not be seen from both sides, then what you would do is weigh out your fibres, put down half, then put in your wire armature, and then use the other half over the top. Felting with an armature can be a little bit more tricky. You certainly don't want to be using multi-punches and things when you've got an armature in it. But so I'm just going to put a little bit more down in here. And the weights and measures that we give for the templates, they are just a guideline. Obviously they are based on our wool, but they are a guideline. So if you know the large kite is a gram, but if you felt and you think, do you know, I could do with a bit more, add in a little bit more. Also the nice thing about the pocket scales is if you find a leaf or a petal that you think, oh, that one's a bit chunky, I want to put a little bit less, you can then weigh it and make a note of it so that when you go to make, you know, more petals and leaves with that template, you've got your own weight and measure that, you know, work better for you. So I think I mean, this is not felted very firmly, but I wanted to almost go back to basics a little bit with some of the felting techniques for a few of our sort of new friends who may be joining us for the very first time. I find needle felting wonderfully therapeutic. So I'm just using a single needle. And it, you know, I've just got stuck in my little sort of wire spiral there. And this is why I do like the spiral needles. Yes, this is bright blue. This is from kit number 2. So we've got bright blue, bright yellow, bright peach and bright red. all the kite colours. So there we go. And then when you come to take it out of the template, you just pop it out and then your wire will slide out. This is not felted very firmly at all, but I do want to show you just a couple of little things. So I'm going to scroll you back in. It's always the opposite way. If you find that during the process, maybe, oh, I don't know, this edge, it's a little bit thin, I don't have enough fibre, I'm going to patch with a completely different colour so that you can see what I'm talking about. But you get half the amount of fibre that you need, or that you think you might need. This has an armature now, so I have to pop this back in. And so where's my thin? There's my thin spot. This would be the same colour. Overlay your fibres on your thin area. Very lightly tack it down on one side. And do you see how that frizz is just blending out? This would be the same colour, but the frizz will blend out seamlessly into your project. Then what you do is you put it face down in your template, and then you push it down, and it forces all of those fibres up and round to the back. Then again, just frizz it out, and very lightly with your needle back to the front, and then felt it down. And that's also a way that you can neaten up, that you can neaten up an edge. If you've got some rather scraggly fibres and you really want to create a really nice tight edge, then you put yourself a line of fibres, overhang it, push it down in the template, bring them all round to the back, and you'll end up with a very nice a nice edge. So that's how to deal with a thin spot. If it's a bit thin in the middle, then what you would do then is grab a little tuft of fibres, again with the frizz all round, put it down in the area that you want to build up, felt in the middle, round and round, allow that frizz to blend out, and because you'll be using the same colour, it will blend out seamlessly into the rest of your product. So that's how you kind of build yourself up an edge if you've got a thin edge, or you can build up a middle part. Now, not specifically for kites, although if you were making one of these to put on a card, you might want them to be nice and thin. And one thing that I like to do is iron. This works out very, very well for leaves and petals, and in many of my tutorials you'll see that I actually iron them, or it's recommended to iron them. And what that does is that really takes out that bulk. You do need to felt it quite firmly. Let me just, hang on. I will grab a wire cutter, but I don't have one of those either. It's a day for me not having stuff today. No, that's fine. Oh, it's behind. It's behind. There we go. There's my little kite. Hey. So, yes, ironing the leaf or the petal will take out a lot of that sort of chunk, that bulk, because a lot of felting is air, and there's only so much of it that you can actually get out with a needle. Okie dokie, how am I doing for time? Ooh, okay, right. So, cracking on. If there's anything that you want to see from the set behind me, just type it in and I will do a little sort of grab stuff off the shelf. Don't ask for the big daisy, it's not going to happen. The Pixies have a game that they play in their chat every event that I have, and it's called Pixie Kerplunk. And it is a game where at the start of an event they all pick random things on the set, and as I knock them off of the set or drop them to the floor or just destroy my lovely set, they get to tick them off. This is what I have to work with. You look like you have a question.
What iron setting is best, and with or without steam?
Okay, so I only iron felts. So somebody has asked, I don't know on which chat it is, what iron setting and whether or not to use steam. I have my iron up as high as it will go, and I have it on full steam. And the technique for ironing, if you go to our YouTube channel and you type in poppy, I think it's the lapel poppy, which is like that, lapel poppy, has a timestamp in the description box of the YouTube video, and it says ironing, and if you click that, it will take you exactly to the ironing part. If you iron full heat, full steam, I don't drive. There is times where driving and sort of doing that whole back and forth thing is a good idea, but generally when it's leaves and petals, you want to press, just give it a little bit of a wiggle, and then turn it over and press and give it a bit of a wiggle. The YouTube video will show you that. If you are doing it on your ironing board that you iron all of your lovely blouses and everything else on, I would put something down, because my ironing board is a bit of a mess now. But I don't iron anything apart from felt. The other thing is you can put something on top, a bit of I don't know, sort of a bit of felt or something if you want to protect your iron. I've never had a problem, but I can't say that it's not going to leak colour. I have my iron up on the linen setting with full puffy steam, and I've never welded anything to the bottom of my iron. The only caveat I would say to that is if it's got Pixie shimmer in it, don't iron it, because Pixie shimmer is nylon based, so that will weld itself to your iron. So for that, you want to make sure that you've got you know, a protection layer. Okay.
3 requests.
Yes, 3. Was one of them from Somerton?
No.
Okay.
The beehive, the card with the bird on the twig, and the close-up of the blue tit on the heart, please.
Oh, I can do that now because we've got an overhead camera, because I fixed it. Okay, so I think you mean this card. My big-headedness now will mean that the overhead camera suddenly stops working. So this one, I had a rule here earlier, which, oh, there it is. Okay, so I can tell you which bird this is. This is the event, so he's 70 mil. So this is the bird template that is in the surprise kit. Obviously you can do them with whichever size bird you want, but that's the bird that's in the surprise event kit. And It is such a lovely, obviously this little sort of quiff has been added on. And if you've got the event pack, those are the colours that are in that kit as well. That's that one. One down, 2 to go. I know that there's one pixie there going, come on, drop a daisy. The heart here. I mean, this, oh, hang on, I need to go out a bit further. There we go. So the heart here is, this is the 100ml bird. So this is the largest bird in the set of 3, which is the new product that we've just launched. And this is the cherry blossom template. And it really is very, very simple. The cherry blossom takes no time at all to make. And again, just a beautiful little sort of arrangement. There's nothing complicated about this. You know, you've got just, it's elegantly simple, I think is the way that I would describe it. I absolutely love it. So we've got another one here, the sunbathing bunny. That was a project that beehives, that was the other one, wasn't it?
And the strawberries, please.
And what strawberries?
Up behind your left shoulder. Up. Up.
Let's just do the beehives a second. So these are free PDF downloads in the members club. They were February's, or they were last month's addition to the club. And so there's 2 sizes. There's the keyring size, and then there's the larger size. The bee is made from the Busy Bee template set, but he is a perfect size for said beehive. So there he is. And then there's the keyring, sort of size 1 as well. So both of those are in the club. And if you're not a club member, don't forget, if you spend over £30 today or tomorrow, you get a free gift, which is the mini bird. If you're not a Fluff Club member, do go and check it out on the website, because if you sign up for the club and then do your shopping, you will qualify for the free gift as well. The Scottish Primrose also comes with a free gift of the kit. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. My list is blurring together now. What else are we doing? Strawberries.
Next to your dark sweets.
Oh yeah. Look at that. So these are very strawberries. And they're actually made with the beech leaf template and the ivy leaf template. There's a couple of videos on our YouTube channel. One is making this with the felt back here. And then I vaguely remembered that I did another, I think it was like one of the Makery sort of just hanging out and making stuff type of videos that I did live, and that had a very strawberry as well. And that was, I did a double one on a piece of tweed, which looked quite nice. I think that is everything. Mini daffs. If you go to the website front page and you scroll down, about halfway down, there is sort of a shop the season row of icons, and you can click the spring one, and it should, in theory, show you all of the products that we think are spring-ish or spring-esque related. Also, on the top menu, there is that thing that says, there is a link that says new items. If you visit that link, that will show you everything new that we have launched recently. The new stuff that we're doing today that will go live within about 5 or 10 minutes after the end of the show. So I do believe it is time for the raffle. There we go. Yay. So you'll have to excuse that there are 2 different colours of raffle tickets in here. As many of you know, we did the Spring Fair kits and they sold out very, very quickly. So we did a second batch of a small second batch of Spring Fair event kits, but we ran out to the end of the book on that raffle ticket, so we had to start. So let me scroll that back out a little bit. There we go. So we're going to do 3 winners. The first winner is for a £5 voucher for the website, and Pete's going to write down the numbers and what they relate to. Oh, I've got 2. Oh, do you know what? Let's just do 2 £5 gift vouchers. Number 425, £5 gift voucher. And number 499, £5 gift voucher. Just because, why not be a bit random? So the next ticket is for a template set of your choice, and that one is number 460. So 460 is a template set of your choice. And if you are any of these numbers, the Flingo game you have to play live, but these numbers will stand, because I know not everybody is able to watch live. So if you have any of these numbers, then email in makerypixies@gmail.com and with a picture of your winning ticket. And the last one, this is for a £20 voucher for the website. 418. So 425 and 499, you win a £5 gift voucher for the website. Number 460, you win a template set of your choice. And number 418, you win a £20 gift voucher for the website as well. So there we go. Thank you everybody for coming and joining us for our first big event of the season, our Spring Fair 2024. We are all still a bit kind of with it because it snowed today, and believe it or not, we have actually been working on Christmas in June. Maybe that's what happened. We jinxed it, and that's why we got the snow. But we are, our next big event is Christmas in June, so the event pack for that will be launching on the 1st of May. Do visit the website and keep an eye on the website calendar. The events and stuff, we'll have a link. It'll tell you anything that we're planning on doing, and who knows, I do randomly pop up sometimes as well. I did remember one thing that I just wanted to show you guys, which is this absolute loveliness just here. And I'm probably going to be doing a little live maybe in the members club in the not too distant future, making this little bunny as well. So keep an eye on our calendar. And was there a question?
There's another request to see a crocus.
Oh, a crocus. Okay. Let me get this one down. I feel that the Pixies may be jibbing people on to ask to see things in the hope that something's going to fall off. So this is the crocus. This one was just put into a frame. We've got a bigger frame up there, but the tutorial actually shows you how to make a whole kind of like posy of them in a nice long sort of arrangement. So I'm not putting it back up there because I will hit something. This is when I end up with everything on the table. The boss bonus giveaway, just another quick look at the jar of sweets. That game is live in our Facebook group. So if you want to be in it with a chance to win a fluffy prize, go join our Facebook book group and yeah, there we go. Right, that's it from me for now. One thing I did want to mention were the Bonnie Bunny templates. They are absolutely fantastic if you want to make something for Easter. It's just such a cute little template set. There's a whole range of sizes on them as well. Wanted to do the Easter thing. Right, so that is it from me for this wonderful Spring Fair event 2024. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I have. I hope that you have had as many laughs as I have. And I hope you haven't had the technical difficulties that I have had. So that is it. I will be around for about an hour after the end of the show. I will be putting the products live. And I will be making sure that I am there on hand. If you've got any questions, use the chat with us button on the website. That will send me a message. Pete and I will be here for about an hour should you need any help. Do check your shopping basket before you check out. If something you believe should be in there isn't there, because to be fair, something always does go wrong, just shoot me a quick message and then I can have a look at it and see if I can fix it. If you do go through the checkout and you realise that something isn't in your basket that you believe should be, shoot me a message, and also I will try and make sure that it's all sorted before we dispatch. Dispatch will probably take most of next week, so but I will get everything out as soon as I can. So thank you once again for spending your time with me today. I do sincerely hope you have enjoyed it as much as I have. So that just leaves me to wish you a very crafty day.